All right, so the question is, are you bugging people to get on ER Essential Rewards, which for those of you that are new to Young Living, it's the monthly order which ensures your client, people that you care about, are going to get those Young Living products on a monthly basis like clockwork so they don't forget. Okay, so the question is are you bugging people? Are you pitching them? Do you feel like you're overselling them? Or do you feel uncomfortable for talking to them about getting on the monthly ER program, okay? That's what we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to tell you a story. So here is the story. I have a gal in my Priority Elite team that's obviously in Young Living that we had a coaching call this morning with, and I said, did you get it? She said, I got a new order. I'm like, high fives, congratulations. I'm like, did you get them on ER? And she's like, no. And then here comes the excuse bomb. Here comes the reason, okay, which again, excuses are usually not true. They're usually just a real pretty way of, no, I didn't, okay? But it came with a different excuse. And the excuse was, she says, well, she's already been in network marketing and she already understands what it's like to be on a monthly order. And she said, she said right off the bat that she wasn't interested in that. And I said, do you feel like you may have over communicated? Do you feel like you may have over talked and kept going and asked her to be on ER? Explained and I asked her, did you explain all the benefits? She's like, oh yeah, I explained all the benefits. It does this and here's how it works and here's the benefits. And I go, how long did that take? She said about five or so minutes or maybe a little bit less. And so what I knew for sure is that she oversold it. She over-explained it and asked her, she was trying to convince her, trying to educate her, trying to sell her, trying to explain the extreme value of Essential Rewards. And I know when you give too much of, even though it may be really good information, really good words that she was saying to get them on Essential Rewards, like all the incredible benefits that comes with Essential Rewards, I knew that if you give people too much, they have a very strong, if you give them too much, they can reject. If you give them a great education, they can reject the education. If you give them a great presentation of why ER is so good, they can reject the information that you gave or the sales presentation that you gave in that. Now, the way that I do Essential Rewards, which is literally 90+% or more of everybody that gets on ER. This week alone, we got over 8 people minimum on Essential Rewards personally. And so when I was talking to, again, my team member, my Priority Elite team member, I know that if you're not getting 90%, there's a reason why. Because again, you're over explaining it. And in the back of the mind, the root issue why so many of you aren't doing it is you are worried about what you're going to think if you're being too assumptive. So you're giving them all the information out of fear sometimes, hoping that they're going to see the value, hoping they're going to say, yeah, I want to get on Essential Rewards, right? And does that happen? Sure it does. Is it going to happen a lot? Not as much as it could if you are assumptive. So let's talk about what to do. Number one thing you have to do is you have to make it your, and this isn't it, by the way, you have to write on a piece of paper, I am a corporate owner. I own my company. I am just as valuable as any Fortune 500 company in the world. My company has processes and standard operating procedures just like Apple, just like Microsoft, just like any company out there. And part of that standard procedure is that your company, my company, it's just the way that it works. If I'm going to set you up at wholesale pricing, the only thing I'm going to ask is make sure that we get you set up on the monthly program, which is called ER, which gives you a ton of perks, ton of benefits, like free products and so much more. But I'm going to make sure you get set up for the first month, plus you never want to run out of products. And then this way, again, I get you all that wholesale pricing, but more importantly, whenever you want to change your order, I'll give you access to the company phone number. You have my personal number, and you can always go, just like Amazon.com, you can go on your own website, increase your order, buy some shampoo, buy some toothpaste, buy some Encore, buy some food, get some more essential, whatever, right? They get a ton of 400 different products. They can go shopping. They're the ones that's in the decision making, and they have 30 days. So it's not like they're actually making a commitment to be on ER for the rest of their life with a contract. They're not. All you're doing is just letting them know, I have to set everybody up the first month. It's part of the process. It's not, and you got to make it from a conviction perspective, like it's almost not an option the way that you present it. And by doing it that way, and look, I'm being a little bit assertive on this video to get a point across, but when I'm on the phone with the prospect, or if I'm getting someone on the monthly ER, I'm not overly hypey. It's not a sales process. It's just great. Let me just get into it. In fact, come here, Robert, real quick. It's so funny. Robert just got involved in Young Living, and it's kind of weird. He doesn't even need this training, because he's going to learn that that's the way you do it with everybody. So everybody's going to be on ER, even though I don't know if we explained it to everybody. Everybody's going to get on ER because it's just the way that we just set it up. And again, so let me role play with you. So okay. And by the way, he just did this. He came in at package C, and part of that too is to make sure to get all the great pricing, and of course it qualifies you for all the commissions automatically, so it's really simple. Yeah. They put you in the computer system for the monthly order, and right. you want to order about $100 per month or more. Okay. And if for some reason you need to upgrade it, order any other products, you can control that. Oh, you can call the company, you can go online, or you can, of course, I was going to say, if you need to, I don't usually have people call me, but they always have my number. So that's just the way we set it up, and then if you want to change it within 30 days, you have total control of how to do that, okay? Okay. Cool. So it's really simple, okay? It's really simple to be able to do that with people. And again, you got to be assumptive. And one of my team members was just challenging me. I don't want to bug them. Gosh, think about it. Man, I wish I can get back into the conversation, but you're not bugging them. You're not bugging them, because a lot of times, if you give them the option by saying, hey, does this make sense? Well, let me think about it. Does that sound like something you're ready to do? Well, you know what? Let me get the products first. And then what do? You're toast. You're dead in the water. At least with that moment of getting them on ER. And if they think about it, you all know that people are going to reorder with Young Living. You all know that just naturally they're going to fall in love with the products. But don't leave that the chance that they will do that all the time. They'll forget. They might get sidetracked with a competing company. They might find something online that they think is better. But if they have a commitment of ER, they'll usually stay on it. And then you don't have to keep reselling them, or they don't have to remind them to order. So you're not bugging them. You're giving them products that can change their life. You're not bugging them. You're showing them the way that the business works with you. And if you do it with certainty, they'll just do it. Okay? All right. So I pray that this helps, especially if you're in my team, right? If you're on the elite team, and you're on our, which again, if you're on the our elite coaching, I treat it like you're part of my personal team. This week alone, we've enrolled over 8 people now, which I forgot. I'm so busy, I haven't even enrolled 3 of them yet. So we've been so busy, we've enrolled 3 people this week. So this is so simple. It is so simple to bring people into Young Living the right way without having to overeducate, without having to spend so much time with so many people. Stick around, elites. This is just the beginning, okay? And for those of you that are not elites, get on the waiting list. It's closed right now. I can only take so many at a time. It's closed officially. Finally, it's closed. But wait for it to be open, because you're going to want to get in when it is. All right. God bless you guys. Go to ylpriority.com and register. ylpriority.com and register. All right. God bless, guys.